On board with Reed Sorensen. He's strapping himself in, putting that steering wheel on, locking it down, getting ready. Now, before we show you this race, we want to show you some highlights of the semi-pro event, and a youngster dominated. The number 10 is Joey Logano. He's out of Alpharetta, Georgia, 12 years old. He was the Bandolero Bandit champion last year, won at Atlanta a week ago, and he dominated this event.
Big race win for Joey over Jimmy Lang, Troy Andrews, Coleman Presley, and Stephen Wallace rounding out the top 5, Mike.
Stephen Wallace, Rusty Wallace's son. Troy Andrews is the son of Paul Andrews, who is Steve Park's crew chief on the Winston Cup circuit. Well, now taking their pace laps, we're ready to go with the pro division. Clay Hare outside, Todd Laney inside on row 1. Watch out for Michael Van Wingerden. He's going to be tough as well. David Reagan's going to carry one of our onboards. Can't wait to see the view from inside his car as you take a look at the starting lineup for the pro division. And there's that onboard of David Reagan. Reed Sorensen, I'd say Reed Sorensen's going to be a threat in this race as well as Reagan. Both of them have a ways to go to get up through the field.
Talking with Reed, Mike, he almost thinks it's too far, but it's Clay Hare on the inside. He'll take over the lead momentarily there.
Also looking strong is Michael Van Wingerden. Van Wingerden's in the 123. He's on the inside. And look at Van Wingerden as they come down the front straightaway. That inside line might be able to take the lead. It is Van Wingerden who is going to get out in front, although Hare is giving him some battle.
Got about it. Let's see what kind of contact we're going to have down in this corner, because there's some intersecting lines going on. Hare gets taken out.
Hare goes spinning, and there is a tremendous chain reaction behind. At least 10 cars are involved. The caution is out. Van Wingerden is out in front in 123, but back behind him, there's one heck of a mess.
Lucky to get away from the trouble. Let's take a look at the entrance of the 14 car. That's Michelle Thorough from Alpharetta, Georgia. She wanted to get up to the front in a hurry, and then it becomes bowling for barrels for the rest of the field.
Yeah, I like that. We're going to try to sort it out, but let's watch on board with Reed Sorensen is what happens.
Ooh, Reed's getting
he's caught it.
3 contacts from the rear that I could hear. But Reed's going to keep it rolling, stay out of trouble, and then on board with Dave Reagan.
Now, I think I saw Reagan take out a barrel. Let's see. Yeah, he nailed one of those barrels, but Reagan's going to be able to keep going as well. Some good views from our onboard cameras as we're under caution for the Legend Pros. We'll see him get it together next. Go back racing to green and look at Van Wingerden. He gets a great hole shot.
Van Wingerden with a throttle pin just grabbing that 3rd gear. Pulls out a 2-car length lead to the stripe this time. Clay Hare back there in 3rd place.
Todd Laney is in 2nd in that 91. We'll see what Laney, who is out of Monroe, North Carolina, can do with Van Wingerden, who hails from Huntersville.
Something tells me if he can stay out of trouble in this race, there's a good chance he'll make it on the box. Reed Sorensen working his way up the inside through traffic.
Now, you've been behind the wheel of one of these cars. You're Reed Sorensen. You've really got to do some driving to get by some of these guys and get up and compete for the lead.
You definitely do. Reed's going to work rather quick here. He's up way further than he anticipated when we interviewed him earlier. The beauty of these cars, motorcycle engines and all, I'm familiar with them, is the way they shift. You just pull the shifter back. You don't even need to clutch after you get it rolling. Usually 1 gear all the way around, but if you get in traffic and you get through these accidents, you got to pop the gears, but real sporty vehicles.
There's a look at Reed Sorensen in that blue 7. He's got a ways to go to catch up with that guy, the 123 of Michael Van Wingerden out of Huntersville. 91 is Laney in 2nd. Hare is in 3rd in the 29. Clay Hare out of Mount Pleasant, North Carolina.
Laney right in the wheel tracks of Van Wingerden, and I think Clay Hare is going to get a little impatient with him because he's letting him stretch it out a little bit, Mike. And once you do that, your race is over.
Van Wingerden looks like he really has a great line around this track, and that is, as you've talked about, very important. He is so smooth right now.
But it makes a difference on staying with the line. You're absolutely right. When you don't have to make contact, you don't have somebody ramming you from the rear, because you lose 3 or 4 feet of racetrack every time somebody bumps you.
That's David Reagan in the 30. David Reagan, who is carrying one of our onboards, has now taken over a position away from Kerry Thompson to the 42. You're riding on board right now with David Reagan, who just took one position away and wants another one right here.
Have a listen to the RPM. 12,000 RPM out of these 120 horsepower engines.
David Reagan, who has moved from Georgia up to Kannapolis, North Carolina. He is serious about being a racer. His dad, Ken Reagan, once a Winston Cup driver himself. And you can just sense the focus as you see David Reagan saw on that steering wheel.
Key to driving these Legends cars into the turn is just not braking too hard. Let all four wheels drift, pick up the throttle nice and smooth, and then once you know you're hooked up, stomp on it.
Looks like there might be a battle for second place soon as Hare wants to take it away from Laney.
Laney doing a great job. This car's having a little bit of trouble with rear end grip off the turn. Clay Hare's going to make it a little bit more difficult.
Hare was all over him and then had to back off just a moment. About to run up the bumper of Laney, and now a battle for third as well as Brandon Brilliant is going to get into the picture. He's in the 83.
Brandon using an inside drive off the front. We got another caution out here. Ben Wingerden's going to have to go through it all over again.
We'll have an exciting finish in a moment. Fox Sports Net brought to you by Advance Auto Parts, where the best part is our people. By Odoban, the original odor eliminator. And by Tractor Supply Company. Whether you have 1 acre or 1,000, they'll help you get the job done. We're about ready to go back green in the Legends Pro Series. Van Wingerden's out in front, and he will lead him to the green flag.
Oh, he really jumped that one, Mike. We'll see if they're going to call him on that, but that looked like a little bit too much of it in anticipation. He even left Clay Hare back there in third for broke.
The 91 is Laney, the 29 is Hare. That is Brandon Brilliant in fourth place now as the laps are winding down here in the Pro Division of the Legends.
Clay Hare doing a little swerve move back there on Brandon Brilliant. Those guys are, and Brilliant takes over the spot because Clay Hare scrubbed off too much speed with that deke move.
And a great move on the inside by Brandon Brilliant in the 83. He's now in third, sets his sight on second place.
Clay Hare down on power, it looks like on the straightaway. He's going to have to contend with Sorensen now in the 7R.
And Ski, what a job Reed Sorensen has done battling his way up, now competing for his fourth spot.
From 18th to 4th. And there's only one way you can do that. You're either real talented or you're real lucky, or both.
I think both in this case. Real talented young driver, Reed Sorensen, looking strong tonight in the Pro Division, but he's going to have to go a ways to catch up with Michael Van Wingerden. And you're right, Hare dropping back a bit, but Sorensen has now taken over yet another spot.
Clay Hare's got the speed in the corners. You can see him, he's picking up the throttle real early. But look at the stretch on the straightaway. Clay Hare, one of the fastest drivers in the field here tonight, having to deal with it. He's got a 10-race series ahead of him. As long as he can make it through this one, he's one of my favorites for the championship.
And a great performance, you're right, Ski, by Sorensen. But up front on the final lap, Michael Van Wingerden out of Huntersville, North Carolina, in the 123 car. And it looks like he is going to be able to hold off Todd Laney. It is Van Wingerden who comes away with the win, an impressive run.
No doubt about it. Laney coming up with a great drive as well. Van Wingerden, he's the man you're going to have to get through to win this championship as of tonight.
So Michael Van Wingerden brings it home. Todd Laney, Brandon Brilliant, and Reed Sorensen from 18th to 4th. Let's head down to Doug Rice.
Well, Mike, it's always great to start off the season with a victory, and that's exactly what Michael Van Wingerden has accomplished. And Michael, last couple of years in the semi-pros, no checkered flags, but in your first run in the Pro Series here in the Summer Shootout Series, you come away with a win. Congratulations.
Thank you. I had to give most of the credit to my brother and our mechanic, Dan. My brother's pushed me the last 6 months to become a lot better, and Dan has helped us on our setup, and it's just been we've had a good run the last 6 months. Used to run middle of the pack at semi-pro, and like I said, it's my first win here in 3 years since we're running here at Charlotte since I was a Charger, so it's a really good feeling to get a win in the pro class.
You caught a caution there with about 5 laps to go. You had to tighten up a little bit. It looked like you had the field covered at that point.
Yeah, it was, we had 2 cautions, and both cautions, it seemed like my car would push real bad the first 2 or 3 laps. And after tires got heated up again, the car seemed to run a lot better. So I wasn't looking forward to those cautions. I was hoping we'd go green all the way because I knew my car was a lot better on long runs.
Michael Van Wingerden kicks off the season with a great start tonight. He's the winner in the Pro Division.
Boy, it has been a good night tonight, and we've chosen as our Advanced Auto Parts Best Race of the Week those Bandolero Young Guns. They were side by side all night long. Well, round 1 of the summer shootout is in the books. We'll be back here again next week. So for David Sadowski and Doug Rice, I'm Mike Hogwood. It's been a fun night. So long for the Lowe's Motor Speedway.